Good morning everyone. This is As Muhammad Khan and I welcome you in today's class student. Today we are starting a new chapter and it is related to coal and petroleum. Before discussing about the coal and petroleum, students, we will discuss about the resources. This word is generally used for a supply of something to support the life. Means what are the resources? Resources means the supplies of something to support the life. There are many things we use in our daily life like air, water, soil, and with this we also use the fruits, vegetables, and with this we use the clothes, grains, nuts. All these things can be considered as a resource. In this, there are some are natural, some are artificial. Means the resources or the supply that we have from the nature, those resources are known as natural resources. And the supply that we have from the industries or via human activities, those all resources are known as artificial resources or the man-made resources. So there are the two type of resources according to their foundations that from where we are getting them. If we are getting the resources from the nature, then those resources are known as natural. If we are getting them from the industries or via human activities, then those are resources are known as artificial or man-made resources. Now what they do? They support the life. Means all the resources help us in survival. We can't live student without resources, because all the resources fulfill our basic needs, especially the natural resources. All the natural resources fulfill our basic needs, like we do the breathing, and in breathing what resources play a very important role? It is air, student. Like this we drink water, and in drinking water we get the water, student. From where we get the water? We get the water from the natural resources like lake, river, canal, or the well. So the river, canal, or the lakes, or the well, what are they? They are the natural resources. Like this, the rain is also the natural resource of water. And water plays very important role because in our body there are many biochemical reactions takes place, and in all those biochemical reactions water plays very important role. With this, the cell that we have in our body, all the living cells have the water in them. That's why our body contains, means all the animals generally they contain the 70% water, and this 70% water we get from the natural resources. Next is student man-made resources. Man-made resources make our life easy, like the clothes that we wear. All those clothes are the examples of man-made or man-made resources, because we obtain them from the industry, student, from the industries. Like this, plastic is also man-made. Paper is also man-made. And with this, there are the cold drink that you drink, that is also man-made. Like this, the juices that you take, especially the fruit pulp juices or the fruit juices, they are also prepared or by adding particular smell they are prepared in the inside the industries. So we can also consider them the man-made resources. So man-made resources are prepared in the industries, but natural resources are obtained via nature, student, or with the help of the nature they are obtained. If we compare them, then the natural resources are unlimited, means they are found in the nature, but man-made resources they are limited, or in this we are totally dependent on the human activities or on the industries we are dependent, but in this we are dependent on the nature. Now natural resources are divided into two types, student. There are the two types of the natural resources. First is exhaustible natural resources, second is inexhaustible. Exhaustible natural resources are the resources that are limited in nature, means they are supplied by the nature in a limit, and they are limited in nature, student. But inexhaustible resources they are unlimited in nature. So exhaustible and inexhaustible. Exhaustible resources are the resources that can be exhausted by the human activities, and we can't get them again in a limited period of time, because they took a long period of time in their synthesis. Like this, student, exhaustible examples are forest, wildlife, or agricultural fields. Agricultural fields are also the example of exhaustible natural resources. With this, coal and petroleum also come in the category of exhaustible natural resources. Why do we call them exhaustible, student? Because after using them we can't get them in a limited period of time. They took time in preparation. That's why we can say them exhausted, because if we use them, then they can't be prepared in a short period of time. They took a long period of time in the preparation, especially the fossil fuels like the coal and petroleum. They took millions and millions years in the preparation, student, because they are prepared with the help of one important process, and that chemical process is known as carbonization. And that carbonization process help to get the coal and petroleum. Now we come on the next, inexhaustible. Inexhaustible resources are unlimited in nature, unlimited, student, and we can get them again and again by nature with the help of different cycle, like the water cycle, oxygen cycle, carbon cycle. There is one cycle is taken place in this, from which we get those resources again and again on the earth in a short period of time, like air, water, soil, and minerals. They come in the category of inexhaustible natural resources, because they can be obtained after using, means again we can get them. That's why they are known as inexhaustible. And how do we get them again and again? By maintaining one cycle, student. Like the water is maintained with the help of water cycle, oxygen is maintained with the help of oxygen cycle, nitrogen is maintained with the help of nitrogen cycle. Like this, there are the cycles takes place in them. Next is man-made natural man-made resources, student, and these man-made resources are just opposite of natural resources because they are prepared by the industries. Means in the industries they are obtained with the help of the some human activities, but in them also there are the natural resources are used. Means they are prepared by the human activities by using the natural resources, but in this the human are involved. That's why we can call them man-made natural resources. And the first example of this: clothes, electrical devices, paper, house, bakery products, like you tell me, student, like cake, pastries, pizza, bhatura. All these are the examples of the bakery products. Medicines, most of the medicines, students, especially the allopathic medicines, they are prepared in the industries, medical industries they are prepared. That's why we can put them in man-made. Next is cold drink. Cold drink is also prepared in the industries. Plastic is also obtained in the industry, student, with the help of natural resources. So these are the man-made resources, student. Man-made resources are the artificial resources that are obtained in the industries with the help of human activities. Now what they do? They make our life easy. Means if we compare the man-made and the natural, then these natural resources fulfill our basic need, but they don't fulfill our basic need. Only what they do, they make our life easy. Like if we remove one thing from this, like if we don't obtain this electrical device, then what will be happen? You can imagine, student, if we remove the electricity or electrical devices from this resources list, then what will be happen? Then our life will become difficult, because electrical devices or the electricity make our life easy, and that's why they are essential for our life, or we can say due to which we use them, because they are making, these man-made resources are making our life easy, student. So these are the man-made, these are natural. Natural are divided into two types: inexhaustible and exhaustible. This in your book, on the first page of this chapter, there is one activity is given, student. In this activity, what will you do? You will write about the examples of natural resources and man-made resources. So that table you will also do, and with this you will write the definition of resources, natural resources, man-made resources, and with this you will also write about the exhaustible and inexhaustible resources in your notebook. Thank you very much and have a pleasant day.